You walk through those sliding glass doors, grab an overpriced coffee, sprint to your gate, and somewhere in the back of your mind you think, wow, this place must cost a fortune to run. And you would be absolutely right. But here is the thing that blows most people's minds when they actually find out. The planes landing on those runways are not even close to being the biggest moneymaker for airports. In fact, the entire business model of how airports generate billions of dollars is one of the most fascinating and misunderstood stories in modern business. So today we are breaking it all down. Let's start with the obvious one, because yes, airlines do pay to use airports. Every single time a plane touches down on a runway, the airline operating that flight hands over what is called a landing fee. These fees are calculated based on the weight of the aircraft. A massive wide-body plane carrying hundreds of passengers is going to cost significantly more to land than a small regional jet. Airports also charge airlines for using gates, for ground handling services, for fuel facilities, and for all the infrastructure that keeps flights moving. These charges are bundled together under what the industry calls aeronautical revenues, and they form a significant portion of an airport's income. But here is where it gets genuinely interesting. Most major airports around the world have quietly engineered a second revenue stream that, in many cases, rivals or even surpasses what they collect from the airlines. It is called non-aeronautical revenue, and it is basically everything else you see when you walk through an airport. That overpriced coffee we mentioned at the start, the retail stores, the duty-free shops, the restaurants, the parking garages, the hotels connected to the terminal, the lounges, the advertising on every available wall and screen. All of that money flows directly back to the airport, and the numbers are staggering. Think about duty-free retail for a second. Airports position these stores strategically between security and the gates, knowing that passengers have nowhere else to go and often have time to kill. The psychology here is deliberate. You are a captive audience. You cannot leave. You have already cleared security. So you browse, and eventually you buy. Luxury brands pay enormous amounts of money just to have a physical presence inside major international airports because they know the demographic walking through is often high-spending and in a mood to treat themselves. Parking is another one that quietly generates massive income. Airport parking lots are some of the most profitable pieces of real estate on the planet. Whether you are paying for short-term, long-term, or premium-covered parking, those fees add up at a scale that is hard to comprehend when you multiply it across tens of millions of passengers per year. Some airports have developed sophisticated tiered parking systems with multiple price points to maximize extraction from every type of traveler. Real estate is another angle most people never consider. Major airports control enormous amounts of land, and they are increasingly turning that land into revenue-generating developments. Hotels built on airport property pay ground lease fees. Office buildings catering to aviation businesses, cargo facilities, fuel farms operated by third parties, logistics hubs, all of these sit on land the airport owns, and all of them pay to be there. Airports have essentially become landlords managing small cities. Then there is the cargo side of the business. While passenger terminals get all the glamour, cargo terminals are quietly moving enormous amounts of freight around the world every single day. Airports charge for cargo handling, storage, and the use of their cargo facilities. In the era of global e-commerce, this revenue stream has grown significantly as demand for air freight has exploded. Advertising is another revenue layer that tends to fly under the radar. Every billboard, digital screen, branded experience zone, and sponsored terminal area you walk past represents a contract between that brand and the airport. Major airports attract such high volumes of affluent, international travelers that brands are willing to pay premium rates to get in front of them. Some airports have transformed entire sections of their terminals into immersive brand experiences funded entirely by corporate advertising budgets. Now here is a tension that airport executives navigate constantly. They need to keep airlines happy enough to maintain routes and traffic, but they also need to push non-aeronautical revenue as hard as possible. Airlines, particularly low-cost carriers, are constantly pushing back against fee increases. When fees get too high, airlines threaten to reduce operations or shift routes to competing airports. This creates a real power dynamic that shapes how airports price their services and invest in their facilities. What is fascinating is that the most financially successful airports in the world have figured out how to make the passenger experience so compelling, so full of appealing shops and restaurants and services, that travelers actually want to arrive early. The longer you are inside the terminal, the more you spend. Every minute of dwell time is a revenue opportunity. This is why airport designers spend obsessive amounts of energy on wayfinding, on creating spaces that slow you down, on positioning the most appealing retail experiences right in your path. Budget airports operate differently. They strip back the amenity offering, charge airlines lower base fees to attract traffic volume, and then compensate by charging passengers directly for things that other airports bundle into the experience. Charging for carry-on bags, charging for seat selection, charging for priority boarding. Some budget airport models even charge airlines a baseline of nearly nothing, betting that the commercial revenue from passengers will cover the gap. The future of airport revenue is evolving fast. Biometric data services, premium fast-track experiences, digital personalization that serves you targeted offers based on your travel profile. Airports are investing heavily in technology that turns every interaction into a monetization opportunity. The airport of tomorrow is not just a transportation hub. It is a fully integrated commercial ecosystem designed at every level to generate revenue from every type of traveler at every possible touchpoint. So next time you find yourself paying $8 for a bottle of water after security, just remember, that is not an accident. That is the result of decades of carefully engineered business strategy. Every square meter of that building is working hard to turn your journey into someone else's profit. And honestly, when you understand the full picture of how these places actually stay financially alive, it is hard not to be at least a little bit impressed. If this video changed the way you look at airports, make sure to hit the like button so more curious travelers can discover how the world behind travel really works. And if you enjoy breaking down the hidden systems behind aviation, travel, and everyday experiences we all take for granted, consider subscribing. We post new deep dives that reveal the stories happening just beneath the surface of the places you pass through every day. Also, I'm curious, what's the most expensive thing you've ever bought at an airport? Let me know down in the comments. I read every one of them.